Hey everyone, this is Bola. I'm the founder and CEO of Clever Girl Finance, and I am back again with a brand new Q&A video. And this Q&A video is specific to money tips during times of uncertainty because as you all know, we are all being impacted across the world by what is now being called a pandemic as a result of coronavirus. And Clever Girl Finance has been getting a ton of questions over the last several days on all kinds of related money topics, from investing to managing a budget to overspending to not being able to pay bills. And so I wanted to take this time out to just share a few money tips as they relate to some of the most commonly asked questions that we have been getting. So let's get into it. So one of the most popular categories of questions we've been getting has been around buying essentials and sticking to a budget, or finding money within a budget to buy these essentials that you need in the event that you cannot go to work for an extended period of time, or your kids cannot go to school and you want to stock up on having these things at home. And so in this instance, you want to start by taking stock of what you have at home. Take a look at what you have at home and make a list of what you need that is an essential that you're either going to purchase online or head out to the store to get as soon as possible, right? And once you know this, once you get to the store, once you open up your online shopping cart, it helps to minimize you buying all kinds of things that you know you don't need or that you know you will never use, and helps you focus on purchasing what you really need to get through this period of uncertainty. Another important thing to really consider is to put your non-essential spending on hold. So I know a lot of people out there are really excited because they're seeing clothing on sale, things they wanted to buy are going on sale, they're finding cheap airline tickets. However, during a period of uncertainty, especially if you're not sure how things are going to work out with your income, your job, if you cannot go out to work, you want to focus instead on bulking up your emergency fund, on creating a backup in the event that you cannot go out to earn money. So that non-essential spending, while it might seem really attractive right now, it's a good idea to put that stuff on hold and instead focus on bulking up your emergency savings. There are also a lot of people out there who are in a position where they may have just started their financial journey. They may have just started creating their plans to pay off debts or to save an emergency fund. And right now in this moment, they don't have that fund, they don't have that backup, and they're just beginning to work on their plan. And there are people who just don't have the cash right now, the money right now, due to other circumstances, family-wise, medical-wise, whatever it might be. And so we have gotten a lot of questions around, well, should I use my credit card to buy these essentials? I feel like I'm setting myself back with my financial plans, and it is okay. If you need to get certain essentials and you don't have access to cash to get them, use your credit card. And once you've gotten your essentials, then build repaying that credit card balance into your budget when that bill comes to you. And then what you want to do next is then focus on creating an account to start saving for emergencies. And when it comes to saving for emergencies when you're low on cash, start with what you can. And that means if you only have $1 to put into your emergency fund right now to open that account, or $5, do that, and then set the goal, set the intention to start making contributions consistently whenever you can, and let that money grow. Over time, that emergency savings will add up. A lot of people have also sent us questions around, well, unfortunately, I got laid off because I cannot go to work in person as a result of this outbreak, and I can't pay my bills. What do I do? So because of what's going on and because of the global impact of the situation, most service providers, most companies that you have a bill due to are being very understanding. And so if you're in that space where you don't have the income to pay your bills because you're unable to work, definitely communicate this to your service provider or to your creditor so that they know, right? A lot of them don't even require you to contact them right now. They're just putting, waivers out there for any fees, any late fees and things like that. But if it's necessary to, make sure that you communicate your service providers, your bill providers, to let them know that you are unable to pay as a result of what is going on. And then just focus on your core expenses, which is your food, your shelter, and any transportation you might need. And then once you get back to working and get back to, having an income coming in, then you can focus on coming back current with the bills that you were unable to pay while you were not working. Another important thing that we want to keep in mind during a period of uncertainty like this one is that we want to remember to be compassionate and to not judge others. I've seen a lot of things, even in the personal finance community, where people are judging other people for not having savings, for not having an emergency fund, for not, being able to purchase their essentials because they don't have access to cash. And, I feel like that is not okay. People have made money mistakes. Some people are in certain situations because, they were just starting to learn from those mistakes. They were just starting to begin their financial journey. They were just laying out their plans, a job loss. There's so many reasons. And so as opposed to being judgmental, let's try to encourage other people and help them create a plan. And everybody is stressed out. Everyone is overwhelmed. Everyone is nervous. And the last thing you want to do to someone else on top of all of that is make them feel bad for where they are not. Make them feel bad for what they have not accomplished. That's not okay. So let's just remember to, extend grace and compassion and avoid judging other people. And instead, let's think about how we can help other people. So the most common question category we have gotten has been around investing. We have gotten so many, oh my God, type of panic questions. Oh my God, the stock market has crashed. I'm selling all of my investments right now. Oh my God, this is really showing me that investing is a gamble. I should never have done this. I'm selling. Oh my God, somebody told me this is a great time to buy. What should I buy? Should I be buying Bitcoin? Like, we've gotten so many of these oh my God questions, and I just want to tell everyone to calm down. When it comes to investing, you want to think long term. Pull out your objectives, right? Pull out your goals and bring back to top of your mind what you are investing for. Is it for retirement in 10 years? Is it for kids' college in 5 years? What are you investing for? What is your investment objective? Because that's what's going to help you put all of this into perspective. If you're investing for the long term, then whatever is happening right now is just a short-term situation. The stock market and economies go through declines all the time. And I feel like this situation is very reminiscent to 2008. I remember being in the office and people were like, oh my God, and they were selling their investments at, just really crazy rates. And these were young people who did not need that money. They did not need the cash from those investments anytime soon. But because they got into this panic mode and they were overwhelming themselves with what the financial news were saying and what people around them were saying, they got into this space where they just got so overwhelmed and, emotional that they started to sell. And so I want to encourage you to think long term about your investments. Like I said before, remember your objectives, remember why you're investing. And if it means you don't log into your accounts for, a few weeks or a few months, that's okay too. A lot of people have said, well, should I keep investing? And the answer is yes. You want to keep investing consistently over time. This is how you build wealth. And when there are declines in the market, there are opportunities for you to build wealth over time because, again, it might take a while for the market to recover. It might take months, it might take years. But if you invest during a market decline, then during the recovery, you will have really great earnings. And this does not mean timing the market, right? That's why I said you want to keep investing consistently over time. It's not about timing the market. It's about investing consistently and taking advantage of downturns and situations where you have the opportunity to make amplified gains on your investments. So when you think about that average rate of return on the stock market of 8 to 10% that you hear people talk about all the time, it is based on historical performance. And this has included those dips, those recessions that have happened in the past. And so economies are cyclical. Things happen in the stock market as a result of a variety of reasons. It could be because of the economic climate. It could be because of the political climate. It could be because of a pandemic like this one, coronavirus. And again, you want to make sure that your goal is to make sure that your portfolio is well diversified. You know what your objectives are and you're investing consistently over time. Slow and steady here wins the race. So avoid making decisions based on emotion. Avoid panic selling. And if you're in this space where you have really serious concerns about your portfolio, reach out to a financial advisor, a financial planner, an expert to have a conversation and get your questions addressed. I would also encourage you to pick up an Investing 101 book. Stop by clevergirlfinance.com, check out all our resources on investing. I even recently did a 3-part investing series on this channel. Watch that and start to educate yourself as to how investing works. And this will help you get a sense of calm when you think about your investments. And when it comes to, all the other things I've mentioned, managing your budget, creating a plan to pay off your debt, building your emergency fund, even a sinking fund and things like that, we have a ton of resources for free on the Clever Girl Finance website. We also have a ton of free worksheets that you can use to start to lay out your financial plans as you work on making progress. So do not feel like you don't have the support. Do not feel isolated. If anyone is trying to make you feel bad for your current financial situation, just block them out and find resources and find people who are going to support you and keep you encouraged, especially during this time of uncertainty. And then finally, during times like this of uncertainty, we are all getting a ton of information. Things are out of our control. There is a lot of talk out there of just negativity. And it's important for us to just keep our mental health in check, to minimize our overwhelm and minimize our stress. And so I would encourage you to take a break. Take a break from the news, take a break from the media, take a break from social media, and just find ways to take your mind off of what is happening, especially since a lot of this is out of our control, right? By God's grace, we praying that it gets resolved as quickly as possible. But in the meantime, as opposed to overthinking and just stressing out about things that we cannot control, we can focus on what we can control, which is our mental health and how we react. And so find ways to occupy your mind. Catch up on your favorite TV show, podcasts, read a good book, like have conversation with family that's not related to this situation. Tidy up your home, tidy up your office, play with your kids, and just find ways to occupy yourself where you're not stressing out. And so one of the things that we did on the Clever Girl Finance page was to ask people to share what their favorite TV show or book or podcast recommendations are. And there are a ton of really great things that people are watching or listening to or reading. And that is one way that you can just help take your mind off of things for a little bit. And some other things you can do: you can journal, you can meditate, you can pray, but just taking this small break where you're just not focused on this situation is really key to just maintaining your clarity and keeping yourself centered during this time. So I wanted to share this video, just to share those tips, and I'll be back again with new videos on the channel soon. But in the meantime, head on over to clevergirlfinance.com and check out our free resources, free worksheets, the articles, etc. And you can also join us on Instagram and share your favorite TV show, books, or podcasts and engage with us on that platform as well. So I will talk to you guys soon, and stay safe, everyone.